What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel and a video review of the Syma X20-S with gravity sensor single-handed transmitter RC quadcopter. So let's go ahead and open this baby up and check it out. Okay, here is the quadcopter itself. I got the white version. Obviously, this one also comes with the black version as well. And it is identical to the Syma X20 that I've done a review on recently, but that one did not come with a remote control like this. It came with one of those regular remote controls with that little button style throttle and the pitch stick that slides. So this is basically identical, exactly the same quadcopter. As a matter of fact, I took a look at the X20 and it binds with this transmitter as well, and this one here binds with the X20 transmitter. So identical quadcopter with different remote control. Now it's a pretty peculiar looking remote control. It is a one-handed remote control, guys, so it is a little bit different. It's got a gravity sensor. You press this button over here and hold it, and when you tilt the remote control, you are controlling the pitch and the roll, and when you let go, it stops controlling it. This is the throttle and the yaw. So it's pretty neat. Down pressing on the throttle is the speed. You change speeds from 1 to 2 speeds, and over here these are the trim buttons here, and this here is the on and off switch, and there's a LED indicator. Now there's another button on the top. They say this one is also the gravity sensor activation button. You just press it and release it, and you don't have to press on this. But I tried it, it doesn't really work. So this button, I'm not sure what it really does. Okay, so if anybody has a clue as to what this button does, please let me know in the comments below, because I couldn't figure it out, man. This one, however, you down press it and hold it, and it activates the gravity sensor, and then you can do the pitch and the roll with it. Okay, so that is the one-handed remote control. A quick look at that, and here's the quadcopter. There's an on and off switch right on the top. The prop guards and everything comes pre-installed, so that is really nice. And it's got a LED light in the front as well, and it's got a built-in battery. It is a 3.7 volt 180 milliamp built-in battery, supposed to give you a run time of around 4 to 5 minutes. And it also has altitude hold. As you can see, the spring comes right back to the center, so that is fantastic. Like I said, this is the speed changing button. You short press it, changes from speeds low and high, and if you long press it, you enter into the headless mode. So this thing also has headless mode as well. To calibrate the gyros of the quadcopter, they say to leave the quadcopter in a flat surface, turn it on, and then while you're turning on the power of the remote control, you hold down the throttle stick at the same time, and that's supposed to set the gyros. So that is something else, but I couldn't really tell if it was setting the gyros. The light continues to blink, so there's no indication that you did set the gyros, so that was a little confusing there. But all in all, it works fantastic. It hovers really well. So this is the little bag of goodies that comes with it. It has the screwdriver, it has 4 extra props there, and the USB cable to micro USB to charge up your quadcopter. And there is the charge port right in the back. There's a couple of LED light that comes on, and it stays solid red while it is charging, and it turns itself off after it's been fully charged. So that is really nice. There's some couple of LED lights in the front bottom as well. All right, and it also comes with this remote instruction manual. That is a pretty in-depth instruction manual as well, so it tells you all about how to go about flying this thing and the control of the remote control. So that is really nice. All right, so let's go for a little demo flight with the Syma X20-S, the gravity sensor handheld transmitter RC quadcopter. Okay, so we are ready to go with the Syma X20-S. I'm at this park here today, and I did not bring my table, so we're just going to take off from the box. Okay, so going and turning it on, just hold it down for a couple seconds until light starts to flash, and then turn on your remote control. up and down on the throttle, it will bind. The lights are solid. It is green lights in the back and red lights in the front. And that little dome flashlight thing in the front does not have any light protruding out. Okay, so that's just like the Syma X20. So up and down on the throttle really quick will arm the motors, okay, like so, just like some of the other altitude hold Symas. Okay, holding down on the throttle for a couple seconds will disarm the motors. Okay, these are the trim buttons here once again, and need to press this button down here, hold it down, and you can go left roll, right roll, forward pitch, and rear pitch. Okay, if you let go, it does not work. Okay, so there's no way to control the pitch and the roll if you let go of this button. All right, so let's go for a little flight. So let's take off. It's got altitude hold. Check it out. Okay, so you're holding this button right here and controlling the pitch and the roll. So coming back towards me, speed number 1, guys. Very, very docile. You can learn how to fly this thing in speed number 1. As you can hear, there's constant beeping going on too, letting you know that you got this button held down. So I'm going to let go of the button. See, there's nothing going on, and the quadcopter is kind of drifting towards the forward and a little bit to the left because of the gyros not completely stabilized. So there you go, guys. Even though I did the calibration, the box is not level on the ground here. So this is pretty fun. It's not bad. All right, so there you go. Now gonna raise it up a little bit more, and let's go into speed number 2, down pressing on the throttle. Okay, there's a little bit more pitch. Okay, gathered a little bit more speed. Or did I even go into that? Okay, speed number 2. Then you gotta let go of the that button that holds down the that allows you to do the gyro. Okay, now let's yaw. Hopefully you guys can see that. Forward, and you're controlling the yaw with the throttle with your right hand. So it's a little bit funky, to say the least. I'm not quite used to controlling the throttle with my right hand, and I'm a right-handed person, so I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to control this thing with my left hand. I kind of got used to it already with my right hand, just kind of practicing at home. All right, so if you hold down on the throttle, okay, now it's headless mode, so I could go in a spin and I could still control this quadcopter. Oh man, I'm gonna go. Okay. It's a little bit hard to control, guys, because of my right hand throttle. Okay, so the quadcopter is facing away from me. Now let me yaw to so that the quadcopter is facing me, and I bring it back. See, headless mode, it works fantastic. It's facing me and is being controlled by the regular movement of the gyro of the remote control, the one-handed transmitter, which is fantastic. I don't have to go in my phone app to enjoy the G mode on this one here. So that is awesome. Okay, so let's go ahead and get out of the headless mode here by down pressing it. Now I don't know if I got out of it. Okay, now I'm out of the headless mode, so I'm going to yaw the opposite way and hold that button down. Okay, sorry about the tree there. All right, I gotta bring my hand down a little bit in order to pitch forward. So this is pretty cool. You gotta get used to this thing, but it is working. One-handed gyro. Awesome. Not bad. It is not bad. I gotta say, this is kind of fun. Okay, yawing, going forward. because it's got altitude hold, it is decent. You are able to control it somewhat. I got my pitch all the way going forward. I got my remote control pointed straight down to the ground, and now I'm leveling out, so it works fantastic, man. Check that out. You are able to do some speed passes with this thing. Check it out. I'm actually doing speed passes. Okay, we are going way beyond our range, I think. Woohoo! There's some water over there. This thing does not have a lot of range, guys. It's supposed to have only about, I don't know, 25, 30 meters of range or something like that. But you are able to yaw and control it. I am very surprised that I can do this all of a sudden. Okay, it has just come down and landed itself, so that must be the flight time, guys. So, and the motors turn off. Whoa, there's some cow droppings over here, so gotta be careful. The cows got out of their fencing, so they were all over the park, and they dropped their stuff everywhere, even in the grass. Check that out. Awesome, huh? Yeah, nature at its best. Okay, so I have the Syma X20, the original one that I've had before and done a review on. That's the one that comes with this sliding button remote control. Now, I'm not quite sure if this remote control is compatible with the other Symas as well. I have yet to try that out, such as the Syma X5 or the Syma X8 series of quadcopters remote control. So if it does bind with this quadcopter, that will tell you that you're going to have a lot of range if you use the bigger transmitter, because this transmitter only allows you to get about 25-30 meters of range, maybe a little bit more. They got a little bit conservative on the product page, I believe. Like I did just now, I went about good 30 meters away with this remote, and I still had good control of it. So like I was saying, the quadcopters are identical. It is exactly the same. So I tried this transmitter with the Syma X20 and it works. So I tried this transmitter with the Syma X20-S and it works. So it is both compatible, guys. So if you want to get yourself one of these single-handed remote controls, which is pretty cool in my opinion, it takes a couple of flights in order to get used to it, a couple of charges, and you are good to go. And that was my second charge flight, as I demonstrated earlier, and I was already getting kind of confident with it. So it's a lot of fun, guys, with a single-handed remote control. It is something to try out. We are so used to these double control remote controls, so it is something else to try out. All right, so that is it for now for the Syma X20-S. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Have a great day, and we'll see you again next time. All right, let me try this thing out with my left hand. I'm using the Syma X20. All right, bound it, and yep, left hand works fine too. I think left hand works even better because I'm used to the throttle. Yep, it's just the pitch and the roll is kind of awkward with my left hand. There you go. But it is working because I'm used to it. All right.